am Julie Lazecki, and I am the Director of Agent Development for RE/MAX Leading Edge here in Northeast Florida. We have 2 offices and about 150 agents. Over my 30-plus year career, I've used a variety of different programs, all the big names. Really what we like about the locker room is that the material is fresh and up to date and continually updated to provide some really good insight on what's going on now, not necessarily what has always worked in the past, not that those things don't, but it's very important for us to have new, fresh material from people who have a young, fresh attitude, on the market, a different outlook, so to speak. The other thing that I really like about the locker room programs is that they're systematic. They don't require a lot of onboarding time. They don't require the trainer, which currently is myself, to keep too far ahead of the students in the mechanism. It's all laid out for us. And it builds, the tools that we have build an excellent foundation, not only for a newer agent, but for anyone who's looking to relaunch a part of their career or to add a new twist on their career. So these tools assimilate very well across different professional types. Okay, so right now, because of the market that we're in, it's a very, very different sort of market. Time management is really critically important. The foundations are very important as well, but I think that the time management lead generation tools are really special in the TRACK system. That 12-week program has certainly filled a void for us because it's almost another person on staff. It's a set it and leave it sort of scenario. As long as they stay on task and stay on track, so to speak, that's like having another person by my side. So that's really special for us. In our brand, we have a lot of deep dive tools already at our disposal, already in our works that we have, the guts of our system. We have a lot of development, educational learning tools, and many of them are very deep dive, very great tools. But we still have that void in training new people. And this system works for us, the TRACK system and the other tools from the locker room, the scripts and some of the other, I think there's 500 or so videos and systems in there for us to use. We've only really scratched the surface of most of them. But all of these tools assimilate really well into the systems that we already have. And it all works in together. It's a system that it's really easy to integrate our really sophisticated technology into. Our CRM and a lot of the things that we spend a lot of time teaching people about work really well within these locker room lead generation time management tools. And some of the other systems that I've used in the past are just scraping the surface on that technology. It's a great recruiting tool, first of all, because one thing that we've learned is, well, the vitality of any organization is your ability to attract and continually attract new blood. So what we're finding right now is we have a lot of very technology-oriented younger people coming in into real estate, and they don't always fit into that classroom, sit down here, take notes with a notebook mentality. As a matter of fact, they don't at all. They want to do this on their own time. They want to have access to as much information or as little information as they want, and to make clear choices on what they want to learn and how. So everything being online, everything being bundled as it is in the TRACK program, or individually a la carte as it is in the locker room university in total, is a big benefit for us. So that makes it easier for us to recruit like-minded, technology-driven professionals, whether they're straight out of college or they've been 10, 15, 20 years in a career successful in management or sales. The other thing that has made a big difference for us is that the program is autonomous. It's autonomous oriented. So the agent doesn't need me to be there. They can do this on their own at their own pace. And the fact that it is nationally driven, you know, gives it a ton of credibility for us. We first piloted this program, or I first piloted the TRACK program in August of 2020. And we had a class of 8 to 10 people new to real estate, maybe 1 or 2 that had done it before. Within 60 days, they were all producing something, listings, sales, something, within 60 days of starting the program, not finishing it, just starting the program. So simultaneously, they were able to make those sales. I mean, that is a bottom line that any company needs. That's a bottom line any real estate company is looking for, is transactions during your training period. Conversely, the new group of agents that I have not had that training. The new group of agents that I inherited with our last merger have not had that training, and the productivity level, the numbers really speak for themselves. So we're just now piloting the TRACK program with our new agents. And you know, the enthusiasm is real, and that's something that's very important to bring to the table when you bring new people in an organization. They make up their mind on whether they're going to stay or they're going to go somewhere else in the first few weeks. So you have to have something quality of value to give them in you know, insofar as training and development. So that's made a big difference for us. That's done for me as a leader is, one thing, it gives me more time to focus on other parts of my job, like recruiting and retention, other than just education and development. Also, a lot of those tools I'm twisting around and I'm able to use in my recruiting efforts. The best example I can give you right now is the 525 plan. You know, I'm having 5 meaningful recruiting conversations or retention conversations with my agents on a daily basis. And I get up in the morning and I know if I can have 5 conversations, now I can go home. I feel really like I've absolutely accomplished a great day. So a lot of these tools are, assimilate well into other functions in your organization, not just for the agents, but for recruiting, retention, and just overall building a great organization. You know, you've got to talk to people in your sphere of influence. You've got to expand your knowledge base. So yeah, that's been a big help for me. I think absolutely the one-on-one-ism with so many people that are critical to the success of the locker room, and the approachability of these people, in that, you know, we see them on video, they're rock stars, but they're always reaching out to help. The wholesomeness of the organization, in that it's organic at its very best. It's people driven by people who care. And, you know, they're really easy to reach. If you have any problems, if you have any questions, they're always there. Very well respected people in the field who have worked this system on their own, done it before. Eager to share stories and, you know, accolades, and even aha moments where maybe that didn't quite work for us, so we put a spin on it and did this instead. So I think that, you know, for me, fundamentally, knowing that there's actually people that love their people behind the system and that they're there to help, that really makes a difference. It's not a canned system that's been done over and over and over again, the same old stuff. You know, this is new, fresh material, and with real people behind it. I really kind of love that. I love the way the program has pivoted to kind of what I would have done. You know, we're not throwing so much of them at once. You know, the basic foundation of the program is have 5 conversations a day. And we start off with that before we ever even get to goal setting. We're at 5 conversations a day, just something really basic that, as I said to my people, if I told you, if you had 5 conversations with people a day, 5 days a week, 25 conversations a week, you could make $100,000 a year. That's just one thing. One thing they have to do. It's not a whole lot of junk. And then we show them how to do that. and what to do with it, how to develop the time skills to do it, how to develop the list of leads to do it. It's just very, very simple, very focused on that one thing. What I love about it is even if they get behind, they can catch up really easily. It's not like they're missing a class because it's there for them. It's, you know, the recordings are a whole week's worth of stuff. You know, the check-in's really important, the accountability portion. But even without that, you know, and they're on vacation, they don't have to come sit in a classroom. You know, I've got some recent experience with, you know, talking to different agents that we're recruiting, because my job is recruiting as well. And they've done a lot of classroom scenarios. I mean, we're talking about a classroom scenario in a professional atmosphere where they're sitting facing a board or sitting facing a teacher. And, you know, we're talking about $100,000 a year professionals that we're trying to train here. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for something interactive, deep dive. And this is interactive and this is deep dive, and it's at their own pace. And what I really love about it is it's not one size fits all. A lot of the other programs, I'm not going to name names, are one size fits all. They're teaching to a specific professional student, if you will. This works for the agent who's doing $8 million a year in first time buyer, the first time buyer category, who's trying to navigate her business into larger transactions and work less. So it's teaching her how to leverage those skills. It also works for a newbie that's coming in brand new that knows nothing about the business whatsoever. And it works for somebody who's second generation in real estate that already knows all the basics, but needs to be able to do this on their own time because maybe they're supplementing themselves with a part-time or even a full-time job.